הכחול וואפאי מוישיק? הוציל מענת. כותו קולטיקדיום צילוב בטו בולסיפיל. ומכן שלוב מקול.
Baş de la.
Awogel wabashku binetik tilenoch caja. Yakunaj. Cachilekuyuf pajal. Teik helbish. Uki ibokil uloli le Jamaica. Lekibokil gelo. Satlekin kim uyicha munuratu. Sairi. Hachpukaj uyabil mahilubao. Geltushak kashikobe. Umachmahu kabob. Mul ubinov te kuchilkonolo. Lekinob hach. Hatsuts helbish bechlao. Kinwali que le cuchilobo, kuchan sasiltal, leken katakobi. Mishjuntenin wilkatul, makhachu yabilt mahubaob. Keshiwa, kentzokok, lebatel tambalila, kasunaku kibokil, ulor le Jamaica.
Amaru returned for his brother's funeral, inconsolable during the burial and immovable after. The next day, however, he cut swiftly through the city. He unmasked the cult's leader, exposing them as outsiders. "It is time for the people of Paititi to take control of their city," he said, holding a decapitated head in one hand and the bloody knife in the other. "No longer will we bow to outsiders." It's difficult to make out. People settled between two rivers. They weren't alone. However, these outsiders don't appear dangerous.
Mahakwal junto la luz. Hachmejen palalop.
Is something wrong?
Be. Yambash mauts janili. Sansa malhatspe leken likikine. Yanal dushkin kash tik tulakal.
You said something about an aluch.
Ay, ma beshantech. Mahakwa yanalushe. Letiemejen palalobo. Uts tutan utopikenov.
You could block the entry, then they couldn't get in.
Tinwota kimbetech. Malelalitu yilabishu yokolobe. Onajin bintanshel tu ushkachtal.
This jade mask would have been placed on a noble's corpse during his funeral. The artisans were reputedly able to create an almost exact likeness of the wearer. Are you okay?
Ma, piskole kimeno tuchajin bakil, bultsole mishmak oxaholtiken. Tuchaj!
A dead man took your dice. Are you sure you didn't lose them?
Hachka sanich Jeshulakobo.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll tell you what. I'll pay very close attention, and if I see Pisco the Dead, I'll ask for your dice back.
Hachhag, Kaukesajoltiken.
It wouldn't be the first time the dead seem to speak to me. Are you Pisco the Dead?
Kupaktal a weekend. Taktung kanchak mas paktal ilik pisko. Kimenesh shan ishik.
No. So you are Pisco the Dead?
Pisko. Ukos lejum tsilovo.
I'm Lara.
Lara, humpel khatsuts kaba. Lara, Ma kimenechi.
Neither are you.
Why? Bey, janilin ki me saltin palile. Lebeti que visa ben wits yetele no beksajo. Tsoke sabih. Vale.
But you survived.
Chenin winkilal. Kimenenu tialin laktilov yetelinetelo. Kinkustal yetele takunesahku patalteno.
I met a boy who says Pisco stole his dice.
Taki, letikat kak bash kumpel bash al katung tinahaltak. Majaval yanteni. Vale, yetelutsol al tinahaltik lebakil bulo.
What's the game?
Tsikbal nen yetel hotul, toholchintan mako. Uy, awuy, uyid satil yetel, alten bashten chek taki. Beitunu, kinsik tech lebakil bulobo.
I can do that.
Leotzilobo chenkabet, mashu yikop tialu tsikbalob.
Hello.
Bishavelishik, Helanin Wilik Huntul, Itsulul Kolel Guaye.
Pisco sent me to speak with you.
Ah, Pisco, Utulubulten,
You've seen other outsiders.
Chen Huntul, Kichkelem Kachil, Utsjetel Yutzilmak, Et Yakuntaba, Vale, Humpel Yakunach Maunahi, Makamben Kuyalik, Umuchkilich Kunesahil Gokulkan,
That's awful. I'm sorry.
Patenkimia, Kashen Tepuko. Tu Oshpel Kinile, Tenka Machle Kimilo, Letunka tu Kashten, Letzulul Mako, tu Wachen Jetel Tutsaken.
Who was he?
Ma inwohel bishukabay, sokuman jabhab, palekeshika inkaile, yankin kimbin shimbal tepukubo, tushanukule kondor, sole kimoli kukkumop, beyokupakta lukajalten.
That's a remarkable story. Thank you for trusting me with it.
Nibolal jola wuyi kenishik.
Ah, Pilawich! Pilawich!
Kuyala lehach tu.
Hello. Pisco sent me.
Hachkach?
Did you say you were cast out for lying?
Maishik, toholchinta ben yo olin wali kuhahil. Chenletin ke bano.
What happened?
Una hinwalik main will mish huntul ischulul koleli, mishmak o kesach olti kuhahil, mishbikin utik.
What outsiders?
Washnokop tsole helanu kulbate elantiantiob, kutakikop kantun. Tingo lahtile much, kilech kunesahil, jol el kantun yetel tzulul makobo. Toholchintaben yol tus nahen. Tus? Le cantuno tiale diop. Humpel kineya nu jilal, o capella kilemuch, kilich kunesahilo.
So what do you do now?
Tulaka luke sapte nishik, inkuchil impachtalil, inkaba, balebe yunahuyuchulo, jolin wilik minam balim belal.
And you found one?
Bey, Ikilinkanang tiklemanilo tinguan tiklekin silmakuchukop. Uchibal ishaha unuratu ujajal halachilov paititi. Male u kilich kunesahil kukulkan. Tulakalbash kinwilik. Kinwiyik yetel tulakalbash inwojele. Tialinguan tiklekushul batelo.
A worthy cause.
Kintushtik makobo koltik le kantun suk utalesik le tsulul makobo. Mantatskupatikob humpeli likuchil.
Sounds like you're making a difference in a lot of people's lives. Thank you for sharing. It was nice talking with you.
Veshantidenishik.
Chashikin!
Hello. Are you one of the outcasts?
Beyishik, chaska.
I'm Lara. Pisco sent me.
Pisco lekimene, tutushte chwaye, chehel tabech tu bashalil patoli.
No, a boy Taki lost his dice. I'm trying to win them back for him. Pisco wanted me to talk to all those who've been cast out before he gives them back to me.
Helanin wilik matuyotah, bashal tawetel yolali?
He is.
Amalob, chenku pachtal in walik teche, tohol chintaben, hebish pisco, luke sapten meyah, yetel tsel kunexaben. Vale, mayol jumpel lobili, yol jumpel baltim betach, yetel helin kabetike.
What happened?
Techi jana palal?
No.
Mishten, mautz oltaben tumelitshel, vale, in shunalile anchach ostul, upal al sole, ten ush alansahil tu ostulil. In yamob beyin tialobe, vale tzel kunesaben.
What did you do?
Okolen, Lara,
What did you steal?
jumpel lech kalil jade.
Why?
Kayara leutupilo, tu yilach le lechka, kabinon ekshimbal, juntuletai. Tu chach, yan kach uchukul, yan kach utohol chintal, tsole chen chanchupal, tin walaje ten chaej. In shunani le tujan paitachten, le leshkalo, tu puchach lum kashikih, tohol chintaben yol lelo.
I'm so sorry.
Maulubula woltin wolal, wakakabet chake, elenkabetike. Kayara tu chach unat sole, beklae utskushlik, tene, beklae uchuyen ischel, hebish ukansilen inae. In Kayara yankin kutal ushimbalten.
Thank you for sharing that, Chaska. Kiara was lucky to have you.
Shik te chutzili shik.
Mira, witch. Pakteni.
Takichawilbasho, kinkonik hach.
Hello.
Bishabel, echlara, masa? Pisco tushtech.
He did.
Morika, sokkaten inwuyik, akaba bejla lara, le ahkilich kun esa jobo, uyaliko bakaba, techkajes, le sas kun ajesilo, techkasht, ujekalap chakchel.
I am.
Mauyikaba gelanil, yanili uyuchu le miso, unaj ekhetzik, kapatal tebeya, wa ekhel chunul.
That's not an easy decision.
Taguyaj rimak, uye yalubel yokolkap, machenchabili, le tie utzulugulten. Beilara, machenchabili, wakuhetzik ukilich kunahil kokulkan, kopalistik, tulaka lonjetel, yanuyala le yolukanantikon. Mawabe yi rimak? Le tío oli matutan. Le kilich kunahilo, kubetikop tumen sakahop.
Fear of what?
Sahak tibash yantankabil, tikeshel, Vale, tibashop sahak tan kabile, janshan guay ichilone. Le kushtambalo letile sahakilo, malekeshelo, tumenlelo mantats kuyuchul. Tukaten naya lingwol rimak, le shunana minukat, umangwa bashuti alumeyah, ti ichukashan. Jutsurkin. Take chawilen, guayanula guabash, gabet tech.
Ay, Shunampi la witch.
Pisco?
Sokat sikbal yetelob masa?
I have.
Bale leili maanate.
They all had hope.
Yanatsiku la wolwa akat, anahalt lebashalo. Lara, machena lab olali, tulaka le tohol chintabobo, tanuhokolov, tanil tutumben kustalov, keshbeyo.
Even you, Pisco.
Bey, tenohachmalov, akbashalil patoliway paititi, malop tile kimena.
Not bad at all.
Bistun tukaten, baashta kanach.
I learned that sacrifice can make your life better. That you shouldn't be constrained by the legacy of your family. You can find your own path. Love is stronger than death, and you need to believe in something greater than yourself. But ultimately, you can't control everything. It's what you make of your situation that defines you.
Hachbey lara, hachhechel tawol makimenechi. Takiyekin tu klike, tu petach lebakil, bulobo, tu minanchak kintaktik. Vale, maletile achinik lebakil bulobo, betik unahalmak, uitsatil pol le achbashalo.
I see that now.
Nashka tu klik yolal, shkat kunsan moreka.
She was expecting me. She seemed to know quite a bit about me.
Leteya baja lujohelishik. Tukuchi lukonole, yakhat uts nuklop jani. Nuklop chen yuntzilop kahot mahil.
I saw.
Tutsakte chuts tumenkulan. Letiesu kuhokolu, paititi kilubinu cha shokilu konol.
She seemed the most optimistic.
Bey leti. Paititi yanton humpel tukul. Huntulmake leti beti kubel. Matubeita lek jejik bashok kunuchul. Chele balop ek betiko. Humpel balu na hukanik taki. Hach malop.
Thank you, Pisco. I'll bring the dice back to Taki.
Pikitanov.
The people of the Andes have been perfecting the art of weaving for thousands of years. This chuspas is a wonderful example, woven of llama or alpaca hair and traditionally used to carry cocoa leaves. It clearly highlights the weaver's skill. Beautiful. I found your dice, Taki.
Why? Nib olal.
Didn't you say Pisco stole your dice?
Tulakalmak uyohel pisco kuyokol.
According to him, you wanted to play a game and you lost.
Matuchay inkabashal. Ulak junten. Kachet sok inahale.
Pisco wanted you to know.
Maletileu pulul. Levakil bulbetik. Unahalmako. Uitsatil polbetik. Beleken sutuk. Imbakil bulob, kupaktalin tuntah, nib olal tukate nishik.
Kalanbil, uishetail unuratu. Mahashnatsi kabajignal, leuach batelilok balam, mantats kachtan ujiliko joksal, wayambash kusholal, tzokole minanu chaikob otzilil.
The new methods of agriculture introduced by the cult of Kukulkan have only succeeded in destroying more crops. First, the bee colonies collapsed. Then the cocoa crop failed. The earth is too damaged for anything but corn to grow, and the stalks are flimsy. We must take action, or Paititi will suffer a tremendous famine. This is a traditional foot plough, still used in the Andes today, even outside Paititi. Sometimes the simple ways are still the best. This Spanish document relates one of the many stories of El Dorado, the Golden One. When the first Spanish exploration ships returned home with their holds full of gold, the news spread like wildfire, and the stories got more extravagant with each retelling. Rumors of the Golden City gave birth to countless expeditions to the New World.
Chashikin! Wait!
November 1603. With a local man as a guide, Lopez, the soldiers and I set out from the city before first light. Just as well, as a terrible flu began to spread through the population. Lopez is convinced his artifact does not lie in the city itself, but somewhere just outside. I asked if it was not somewhat hypocritical to enlist the help of those loathsome people. Do not loathe them, he said, any more than you would these molosses. They are all creations of the Lord our God, as are we. I told him I was stunned to hear him speak in this fashion, but he took my hands and we prayed. The energy of his faith ran from him to me until I felt the chains of doubt fall from my heart. Impossible. I can't carry any more. Born to famine, raised in rebellion, orphaned but never alone, he rises as the sun.
Ina alike, Joaquim Bashal Teactuno, Leuhuacay, Letushku Lubu Lejao, Yanukushil, Tumen Kutultike, Hach Sak Bensil Yetel, Matunatike, Yabash Kichkelem, Yan Ichil.
The Inca used a combination of freeze-drying and salt to preserve just about anything edible. Charqui and chunos are basically meat and potatoes. Delicious. This describes something nearby. A lone sentry stands guard over me and his harvest.
Sok, guau chukokta lupol letanque mobo? Tinguilaj mejen palal tanusitop bei cabras? Teichi lukashi le cajó, tu que mesajenop yetel hasajol, que shi wat sokuman, uyahil le gela, lok bayan.
Not quite yet, I'm afraid.
Hach mabello, valeyana betik, gel vishle mejen palaloba, gelili unakal, yolov tijel bashak, tu yilahop te canalo.
Mesoamerican people used this stone as a tool for processing grain and seeds.
I don't know. We're trying to keep a low profile.
I would go. Only I can't abandon my post here. Time is running short. It would mean a lot to Queen Honorato and the rebellion.
29th of November, 1603. After dinner, Lopez left the city. I followed, worried he might not return. I found him standing by the riverbank, lips moving as though in prayer. Not wishing to disturb him, I waited. His communion with God must have lasted through the night, and I regret to admit I fell asleep, for the next thing I knew, Lopez stood smiling serenely over me, the morning sun behind him, creating a halo. He helped me to my feet and clasped me in a strong embrace. Truilos, I know where to find the artifact, he whispered in my ear. I don't think anything could have prepared me for Paititi.
You can say that again.
Are we doing the right thing here?
Well, we have to find the box, right?
Dominguez claims he only wants to keep Paititi safe, but I've seen the lengths he'll go to. The murder and cruelty. We have to find that box. These ceremonial ceramic jars are used to store corn beer or chicha. The bottom of these apu are usually pointed, to aid when pouring into smaller serving containers. This describes something nearby. The youngest of four turns his back on his brothers, unable to speak as I lie in his mouth. Oh my god, this is a penguin lawn ornament, painted and decorated and placed in a location of reverence. I shouldn't laugh, but it's so incongruous. The locals wouldn't be able to identify the animal it's intended to represent, and they certainly wouldn't be familiar with the material the statue is made from. There isn't any plastic in Paititi. I'd love to talk to whoever did this and learn why, what they think this penguin is. During a fierce battle, a man of two bloods throws down his weapons and, speaking with passions, convinces the other warriors to do the same. They follow him from the battlefield into the city, where they behead several merchants whose initial bickering caused the war. This describes something nearby. The waters below protect me from the waters above.
Utene tinchuka juntul, kaitin wotoch, techeno. Injume kuyalike, tumen pinyan, na jove, tuyana lobe yanu belhai. Hats uts, masa.
Katukultik tulakal bashkananti, le kustalak kajumpel king hach sasil, tene kingwali kebei, helbish, le bashkuyuchula, guamaru yetel sairi, mauateloble kingel, kanguihilo, yetel shan wasairi, kau yuk tangel, mausen yayantik, ubin sonthanal, diale kaktulak tsele kajo. Min mashane, yanalbish yanil tulakal kachil, amaru tutukultaj letive tukimil sukun. Tinguyaj leakabil hokesa, uquinkilil sairi, teichi le kashil lumobo, matushulu luyokol, inguali que le tie sutuk helka que shamaru. Le katsok tulakal lejelo, tukolbesaj paititi, taku kalantikon, vale mabecha jukalantik sairi.
Kalantabaj, kashantab jumpelu yotoch, kashil pekop te kuchilo. Ah, vale mashane, yoksal letitales.
What do you mean?
Lejon silobo tutushtahob, juntul utsulul winik tial uchukulak juntul. Hachmalo peyo, shiktech uts takashano.
Location found. Hidden. Terrain difficult to traverse. Seems safe from the strangers' intent on forcing us into slavery. We found their hidden city easily enough, the coordinates from Trinity being correct. The natives did not trust us, and we entered the city with spears at our necks. There was a tumult against the people. We later learned a cohort of Inca had arrived the month before. Lopez spun a tale of our desertion from the Spanish army, for our hearts could not fathom the destruction they had and would continue to cause, and we gladly exchange any or all of our goods for shelter, if only for a short while. Reluctantly, they allowed us to remain in the city, on the condition we leave our armor and weapons in a small hut outside of the city proper. The men hesitated, and finally we agreed that 2 of us would remain outside, guarding the gear. Any squad venturing outside Khan must take special precautions in covering their tracks. We're close now, and the last thing we need is droves of tourists showing up trying to be the first to get the perfect selfies in the city.
Pelana is chocohol.
The pilgrimage came to a fork of 2 rivers and decided to settle. They erected 2 pyramids and began their new lives as protectors of the box. This describes something nearby. 7 golden birds perched here and there. One escaped to the trees with his treasure, dropped from his talons. I'm waiting for you.
Hush,
chiquito.
la witch.